are coding standards. Why we need to use these best practices means in order to write clean code, readable code, and then understandable code. Whatever the code we are writing, that must be understood. Why? Because if we move to some other company also, if any other employee joins in the company to continue the work, at least he has to understand what we already written like that, right? So we need to follow some standards. In Java, while writing class name, it must start with capital letter. Whenever we are writing package names, all the names of the package must be in lower case. Whenever we are writing method name, so in a method, if contains only one word, the letters must be small. If it contains two or more words, starting from second word, the first letter must be capital letter. So like that, we need to follow some standards. In Java, some universal standards are maintained. Those are nothing but coding standards in order to improve the readability of the code. Okay. So here naming conventions in the convenient way in order to understand everybody is following these rules. So if the starting letter is capital letter in each word, then we are going to confirm it as a class such that by seeing, for example, if there is a class called system, yes must be capital. That means that this particular system is starting with capital letter. So it is a class. For example, array index out of bounds. In this, see here, so many words are there. Array, A is capital. In the second word, I is capital, first letter. In third word, first letter is capital. In fourth word also, first letter is capital. In fifth word, the first letter is capital. So array index out of bounds exception. Sir, how exceptions are represented in Java means the exceptions are represented in Java as classes. By seeing this one, we can say, so all the class names, what it is going to follow means all the class names and interfaces, first letter of each word must be capitalized. This is also known as Pascal case. Writing like that is nothing but Pascal case. So see here, there is a class or interface with the name customer account. Here it comprises of two words. The first letter is capital, and then in second word, first letter is capital. Then we can confirm that it is a class or interface. Like that employee service also, it may be a class or it may be a interface. Methods means starting from second word, starting from second word, the first letter must be capital. First word lowercase, subsequent words capitalized. See here, calculate total. By seeing this, we can say this may be a variable. If it is followed with parenthesis, then we are going to confirm it as a method. So employee name. So this is a variable. Okay. So how you are going to confirm it? Starting from second word, the first letter is capital. So we are going to call it as variable. If all the letters are capital letters, if all the letters are capital letters, then we are going to call it as constant. If all the letters are capital letters, if all the letters are capital letters, then we are going to call it as constant. See here, max retry, all the letters are capital letters. So max retry count, all the letters are capital letters. Default timeout, all the letters are capital letters. For example, I want to write pi. I need to write like this. Pi is going to have a standard value 3.14187 like that. So constants, how in Java it is represented with capital. By seeing that, we can simply say it is a constant, this is a class, this is a method, like that we can confirm. So it is a best practice and we are going to call it as coding standards. This is naming conventions, like that we are having some more things. While writing the code, how you need to follow. The package statement must be first statement, package. If you want to create a user defined package, then package statement must be the first statement, after which you can write your import statements, then class declaration. In the class, you can write your own members. and then constructors, and then it must be followed with methods. So this is the coding structure you need to follow while writing a program in Java. And here reverse domain naming while writing package structure, how we need to write in general gmail.com, like that we are going to write. See here, reverse domaining. Domain has to come first, and then company name, and then project name, and then whatever the module you are working, like that you need to write. Actually .com, like that it is going to come at last, but here we need to write it as reverse domain naming while writing package statement. Next thing is indentation and spacing. Sir, what for this indentation we are going to provide? For clean code, we are going to provide indentation. Use 4 spaces instead of tabs. Don't simply press tab space. Instead of that, it is better to use 4 spaces. And then after writing control statements like if, for, or while, you need to give a single space. See here, this is the example here. If condition, then one space here, it is a space, and then you write your logic. No space before method parenthesis. This is the method. Calculate total. Don't give here any space. Don't give here any space. Like that you need to write. And then if it is a single line statement also, for better understandability and readability, write that particular single line also whenever you are using control statement inside a black. So if it is a single statement, we people can ignore writing this particular block in general, but for readability purpose, if you write block, then it is also coding standard. Okay, that is also a best practice. Commenting. Actually in Java, we are having 3 types of comments: single line comment, multi-line comment, as well as Java documentation comment. So where these particular comments we can write, block level we can write the comments. Inline means in the same line where we are writing, in order to understand there itself we can write the comment. Java documentation comments provide us an API document. By opening it, you can see whatever the methods are present, what comments we written for that method, class, like that. Okay. So exception handling. So while writing exceptions, catch specific exceptions. Don't write in general exception here like that. Don't write in general. For example, if you are aware of there, we are going to get arithmetic exception, means you need to specify catch arithmetic exception AE like that. Simply don't write exception. Why? Because exception class is super class for all the exceptions. So if I am unaware of what type of exception it is giving, I can simply write exception E, such that whatever the exception it is coming, that particular exception block is going to catch. But instead of that, specifically write if it is array index of bounds, for that separate catch must be maintained. If it is going to have arithmetic exception, separate catch block must be provided. Like that you need to provide. And then in the catch block also you need to provide meaningful messages. By seeing the message, the user of the system don't get tense. Like that in a professional manner, you need to write the messages. Avoid empty catch block. Sometimes what we are going to do is, in order to skip the exceptional cases, so abnormal cases, simply we will write catch and then we won't write any comments there. We are overconfident. Here we are not going to get any catch type of situations like that, but it is unfair. You need to write properly and then you need to end the catch block properly. So if here there is a try block, if you are expecting IO type of exception, write here clearly IO exception. Arithmetic exception means write arithmetic. Don't write simply as exception like that. So while writing methods, the methods must be short and it must contains less than 20 lines of code. Don't write methods pages and pages. Try to write method block as simple as possible in order to understand easily. Second thing is avoid magic numbers. Use named constants. Don't use magic numbers like that. Use named constants. Some named constants you need to use. Favor composition over inheritance. Inheritance means don't simply write extends keyword like that. Instead of that, whatever the logic you want, that particular composition you need to favor. And then use final where applicable. Means simply don't use to change the values that you want frequently. That time, if you don't want to change the values, you must write final. Final is the keyword in order to specify a constant. Avoid deep nesting. Deep nesting means within the block, again don't write block, again don't write block like that. If the nesting is keep on growing, then it will become a deep nesting. It is very, very difficult to understand. So try to write simple nesting statements instead of deep nesting. Inside block again writing nesting like that. Don't try to